Alrighty, we are live. Welcome everyone. Happy Sunday morning for most of our viewers. Some of our viewers, it might be good evening. Today we've got another great stream ahead of us. We've got Sunset Blade, a game by Gato, and we've got Vono here with us in the Discord to talk
Hey
about
everyone.
his game. Thanks for joining us, Vono. I wanted to let everyone know what our project here, just getting started, is. We are continuing to chat with game developers to learn more about the process of game development and just learn more about the stories behind these new and upcoming games and what inspires people to create these stories. So first, I'd love to introduce our guest, or maybe rather allow Vono to introduce himself. So Vono, why don't you tell our guests a little bit about yourself?
Lano. I'm from Gato Lodge here. I'm in a team of just a couple of guys and two different countries. I'm from Malaysia and the other one's from Brazil. So it's a bit tough to work as a team here because there's two different time zones and we have to coordinate ourselves between making assets and testing the game and so forth. So, yeah, we're just a team of two guys making this wonderful game here.
That's awesome. We're definitely glad to have you. We would have loved to have your teammate, but understand that technical difficulties and timing doesn't always line up.
Yeah,
So, with you two being a team of two, why don't you talk about maybe we'll start with your own background, Vono. What got you started and interested in game development, and maybe also what was your first video game you ever played?
video game I ever played, that was really, pretty much a long time ago. I kind of forget which is my first video game I played. I always remember playing Hercules back in the
Okay.
PS1, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Great game. And when it comes to making like game development, going into it, it's pretty much firstly it's an idle talk with my colleague here, and yeah, we simple game for at first because he's making games as a hobby with some of his other friends, and he wanted to get me involved in making video games with him. So
Mm-hmm.
we thought of a game about cats, and it's an RPG. Pretty much a simple RPG about cats being thieves, and it just went bigger and bigger. And we thought that we could try and make a full-fledged game than just a hobby game. So we got Sunset Play here. Yeah.
That's awesome. So it started out mostly your friend is. So this is your teammate, correct? The one in Brazil that started
Yeah.
out making games as a hobby. So
Yeah.
so then he invited you to play games. What did you have to learn in order to like did you already have some knowledge of coding, or did you teach yourself coding?
I usually teach myself how to code, and sometimes he helps a bit. But yeah, coding in Game Maker is a bit tough on my end because I tried making a few games, but just trying to get some of the coding correctly and optimizing the games is a kind of a challenge, especially if you're self-learning. So when it comes to the codes, he's the one's responsible for the game running correctly and
Okay.
the optimization issues sorted out. And I bug test the game.
Nice. That's awesome.
Yeah,
So you're kind of the creative guy too. You would then help come up with a story and help make sure the product's running according to how you want the story to go, right?
yeah, definitely. And although he helps a bit and he shares his ideas, and we both coordinate in trying to pick up a compromise and any story ideas. If he doesn't like it, and I think it's great. So we're trying to compromise on that, and sometimes it's for the better because yeah, you need a second opinion to just make a new story. You need an editor to think
Yeah.
to take a look at the story and see, okay, this might not be great another on the other end,
Mm-hmm.
and we'll try to we'll try to fix it up and maybe think about new ideas and how to make the story better. So yeah, this is about making a story in games.
Mm-hmm.
Not necessarily a one man job. It's actually more like yeah, it's a team effort to make a good story here.
Absolutely.
Hmm.
Feedback is definitely important when it comes to putting anything together. I'd agree.
Yeah.
So how did you from you Vono from Malaysia and your teammate from Brazil? How did you two initially get connected? Was it video games that brought you two together, or had you grown up and then just spread apart from youth?
No, not exactly. It's just we used to meet each other through Skype in a Skype group,
Okay.
and yeah, we have similar interests and similar uh, well taste in video games actually. So
Nice.
we usually chat about video games. We usually share art with each other and draw stuff for each other, and yeah, but usually it's we're talking about video games a lot.
That's awesome. It definitely
Hmm.
is a testament to the power of technology in this day and
Yeah.
age. Able to connect you and I, able to connect you and your teammate, bring us all together and talk about the shared interest of video games. So that's awesome. So why don't we talk a little bit more about your project? We talked a little bit about it with your development, but how long have you and your partner been working on the project?
Mm. It's actually about when the idea came to conception is around 2016, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
But we put the project on hold because, while it's a good idea, uh, we're still kind of busy with college and kind of busy with work,
Mm-hmm.
and until like 2018 that we started taking the idea seriously and we started to make assets and simple coding just to make a prototype of this video game, at least this demo.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of a rough start because I was actually working a little when during that time and trying to find some time to
Mm-hmm.
make assets and make some uh, make some storylines and writing the dialogue. It's kind of a challenge.
Absolutely.
So until in 2020, when the COVID hits, yeah, we started to work on the game at full force and dedicated out most of our time just making the games here.
It's definitely awesome that you're able to kind of pursue your own interest and then your passion project on the side, and then really fully dive into it. When the opportunity for you kind of arose. So that's certainly awesome. And then so you have the two people on your team. What was the reason behind Gato Lodge? Was it simply because both of you like cats and games, or is there a story behind it?
We just like cats, and we're pretty much trying to find a good name for our team.
Mm-hmm.
Much because you know we like we just really like cats.
That's awesome. That's great. So why don't we jump into some of the gameplay here, and we can talk about more of the game. So first off, we've already kind of seen it we've got it on the screen here, and we see this style. Definitely has some, the Sunset Blade kind of has that Samurai Warrior kind of feel, that 8-bit graphic style in some ways.
Yeah, it's more actually more like Chinese, but
Chinese, okay.
yeah, kind of close.
Yeah, very nice. And then 8-bit and animated 8-bit animation is kind of the style you're going for, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. So how did you guys kind of get set on that part of it? How did you decide on the eight? How did you decide to put a cat in this Chinese setting with 8-bit animation?
Mm. it's kind of a challenge because we're trying to make something simple and it's easy to uh, finish all the assets quickly. So
Hmm.
we kind of went with the 8-bit style, but I still kind of want to make this game looking a bit more stylistic than the usual 8-bit style. It's so I try to not make it simple. Try to look at some sources like in Dragon Quest,
Hmm.
the GBC, the Dragon Quest 3 version of the game. Sorry, so main inspirations for how the game would look like in this game.
Sure, that's awesome.
Yeah, yeah,
And I mean, already here at the starting scene, we definitely can pick up on those themes, even if they're just tangent on my part. Almost correct, not quite, but definitely got some style here. So we've got the menu where you can load a new game, and each of the menu options has these are characters from the game, right? So this is your main
yeah.
character who you're playing as. Can you remind me the name of the character?
Okay, uh, you can actually choose any name for her, but her name's you. It's Y and U for that.
It was sorry, what again? You cut
Yeah.
out a little bit.
Oh, okay. Okay, so her name's actually U. That's spelled like Y and U.
Okay.
Uh, okay, so the here, main character here is actually like
Hmm.
she's a noble. She's kind of from a rich family that away with a sword that she stole, which is her family heirloom. So she decided to become a thief.
Okay.
There's if you look at the game screen of that, there's a wizard.
Hmm. Okay.
Okay, okay, that wizard is Casimir, which is
Hmm.
he's not actually from around wherever you comes from. So yeah, he's basically there by accident, who ended up somehow being with you and later in the game. And well, he's pretty much one of the the toughest team party members in the game. If you once you play it,
Cool.
yeah.
And then we've
And
got
then
on the options menu, we've got who do we have here?
okay, this is the party healer
Hmm.
you call who is called Lee. He's actually um, initially he was stuck in the monastery. He's bored out of his wits, and just wants to leave. So
Hmm.
when the opportunity arose that you and her party's trying to find some team members to recruit, and he just took upon himself to get recruited by her and set us up on an adventure.
Hmm.
So eventually, they're pretty much like a gang trying to steal treasure.
That's awesome. We've
Yeah.
got the credits here. Taking a cat
Okay,
nap.
this you can uh, click on the credits to see who worked on this, and there's a lot of friends actually work. Here it is.
Hmm.
Yeah, there's me, it's character designer, and Oni Hidden's programming. This one, Oni Hidden's actually a Brazilian friend I talked about.
Okay.
It's my partner. He's the editor, and every game he checks and properly edits a lot. It's a big help.
Hmm.
And the other two here, it's Final Battle music and put it on, and Dragonworks pretty much help out in a lot of places, and like coding if we got stuck, or bug
Hmm.
testing if we might have missed some spots in the game.
Sure.
Hmm.
Absolutely. That's awesome that you have a great team. So, what was your kind of preferred method of communication then?
Oh yeah. It's usually just Discord.
Nice. That's
Oh yeah,
awesome.
in the credits, the one in the credits is actually this is the muscle in the team. He's called Wang.
Hmm.
Yeah, she is pretty much you pretty much wanted to recruit somebody who's got the muscle, and Wang happened to be up for the job.
Awesome.
And yeah, in the game, it shows he's really tough, and really burly at times.
That's awesome. There's clearly a lot of thought behind each of these characters, so that's really awesome, and I can't wait to dive in. So we'll do that here in a second. But I just wanted to also point out the fact that there's a lot of detail behind this. And I did have one question before we got started. So, you guys have put a lot of work into this, and you did launch a Kickstarter, but your Kickstarter was unfortunately unsuccessful, correct? Or the project was not funded to the goal?
Fortunately, yeah.
So my question then is, how can people now support your project? People see this game and they appreciate how much attention and detail you put into it. They like this music that is really catchy, and we've been sitting here listening to it the whole time, and I've been enjoying it. It's calming but exciting, and it's really neat. And then obviously each of these characters has a really in-depth story. So how do people support you? Do they just follow you on Twitter, or do you guys have plans for launching another project?
Yeah, we got some plans on trying to revive the funding of this project, but at the moment we're trying to focus on making some changes for the game. So we're probably gonna change something here and there, and cutting out some parts that we probably wouldn't get in the main game right now. But yeah, in the future we'll try to announce it on our Twitter.
Awesome. So we'll get jumping into the game here in just a second, but make sure you go check out. If you want to find their Twitter easily, you can just head to the panels below, and in there you'll find our Twitter or our website, which will also take you to Twitter. And the link to their demo is on our website, and the link to we have included them in our most recent tweet. If you want to go check that out, it's at PWRUPCON, PowerUpCon. So definitely be sure to check them out and support them. But without further ado, we'll get into some gameplay here. Once I remember that I'm using keyboard to play. Alright, so the protagonist name by default. We've got a rich cat thief here. They got tired of the rich life and wanted to explore for the curiosity got the best of you, right?
Yeah, definitely.
So we'll go default name, confirm, X to confirm. I'm naming our party members, so we have Wang here, the Mighty Warrior, the Mysterious Wizard, Casimir, the Sultry Healer, Lee. Alright, so we're getting our story started here at the restaurant, right?
Yeah, the restaurant.
Looks like...
Yeah, pretty much a roadside inn.
Okay, roadside inn. Very nice. Wang is going to come in and he's yelling in here for us, so we're going to confirm that dialogue. Marching with his sword. Morning, you. Casimir is going to join the party, so we've already got the party kind of... They know each other before the story's set up, or they kind of bump into each other?
Yeah, it's pretty much kind of like a side story between these four, and yeah, they know each other.
Awesome. So we got Casimir walking in, not thinking you would be up so early, and asking for some tea. And Lee is going to come in. Drinking from my private stash. I was just going to say, the sultry healer, so he must have been drinking or something. And Wang is going to confirm that for us.
Oh.
Lee coming up with some excuses why he didn't sleep well.
Yeah, he's a bit of a whiner, but you'll get used to him.
An exaggerator. He's a healer, so he gets to does all that work and gets the right to complain about it, right? Of course, we got to start out with the most important meal of the day. You's wondering, what did I order again? So we're gonna have our first.
You can. Yeah, you have a lot of options here. Pretty much 4 options. You can just go ahead and pick the noodle soup, but you can also pick the one that's the biggest one.
I'm a big fan of tea, so I think we're gonna share a tea with the table. So each choice then impacts the next step of the game, right?
Your starting money.
Yeah, and your starting money. Yep. So I just took a decent chunk out of that. Oh, how kind. They came in service over there. You're Lee's favorite. Don't forget to say thank you. Already got some party camaraderie going on. And we're looking...
Manners pretty much the
Yeah, that's great. And then now we've got Casimir. So it's very much a story RPG, you know, putting you in the setting of the curious cat thief. So that's awesome. And now we're starting the adventure here, so we're looking for the nearest town. And we're going to go on an adventure to look for Covet Cliffs, just north. Travelers go to Covet Cliffs to follow the pilgrims to the Grand Wishing Temple. So we're going to learn more about the wishing ceremony. Wang is curious about that. Paid in peanuts. That's quite unfortunate.
She can't afford.
Yeah.
She can't afford a tribute usually.
Absolutely, definitely relatable for the. I'm sure all the waitresses watching can relate to the lack of pay.
Yeah.
Tribute for wishes. Seems like a conflict might be arising here. The High Priestess demanding tribute for the ceremony. So we're likely going to go investigate that. Swamped with travelers, so obviously it's a money-making scheme.
Wing wing.
Their little tourism racket has paid off so well that they've taken to coating parts of the temple in solid gold. Wang is definitely interested. He's in it for the bounty.
Yeah, you know him. Well, of course.
So there we go. We're all interested in adventuring to a new town for the sake of maybe resolving the conflict or just exploring the town or maybe collecting some riches. Each party member seems to have their own little agenda. Casimir wanting to make a wish and participate in the ceremony. Because obviously mages are in tune with the celestial. So now we get another choice. We got...
Whichever you want. You can borrow a treasure, or you can just, well, say you want to check out this place first, whichever you want.
So this is a question of how honest are you, right? Because, or how much of a thief do you want to be, I suppose. I think we're going to be vigilante curious cat, and we're going to borrow some of this treasure and team up with Wong. They can afford it, right?
Yeah, they can afford it. Well, for themselves. Well, it's just them taking a little from their coffers and making a wish. That's why.
Absolutely. We've got our first job in our first adventure. Of course, Wang is hungry still. Okay, so now we're learning how to play the game a little bit, which was kind of at the menu key implied, but we got the directional keys. So both WASD and the up-down left-right are working. WASD and backspace. Tab for the menu.
Still use the WASD to walk around, but if you prefer to use the directional keys, that's fine.
Absolutely. It looks like the directional keys might make a little bit more sense, but we've got options. They thought ahead and included that in the game. So we got X to confirm, Z to run. Interesting. What a long-winded intro. Got a little bit of dry humor there. Oh, and we got the party in a line. Oh, this is very. Dragon Quest. This reminds me very much of that when you have your little one of the minions behind you.
Yeah.
I love it.
Idea for the game. Inspiration actually.
Ooh. So we have the option. Tab was your menu key, and we have the option to talk here. Hold on, I'm gonna adjust the.
You can go ahead and talk.
I'm gonna adjust the scene so they can see everything on the board a little bit better. Move this over just slightly. Transition. Okay, we're good. All right, so we're gonna choose a talk. So dialogue built in based on what your current quest is.
It's a small talk.
Yeah. Reminding you maybe what the quest is and talking about that, so that's great. So Wang is gonna ask what we're planning on wishing for when we get to the town. Of course, Casimir is always kind of wholesome and looking for more wisdom or more opportunities. Very innocent character.
Yeah, it's pretty much the oblivious wizard in this party.
Absolutely. And then Lee being sultry, kind of wanting for the cash, although kind of trying to hiding it.
He's more grumpy about it actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Wang, just being boisterous and excited, just like you might expect of your lead warrior.
Yeah, he always wanted to be a fisherman though, so
yeah,
he really wants that fishing boat.
Absolutely. Cats and their fish. That's it, a fishing boat? So we have some items, so we have our blade and we have our armor, our rags, which are armor.
Quote armor.
Yeah, likely upgrade throughout the game. Got some abilities. Got kick sand, smooch. Depending
you can actually use smooch to have a reaction out of all the other party members here.
Oh, so you can use it while you're just wandering around the map as well. This isn't
just
for battle. Also, you can
take pretty much
items. So is there like a battles? Well, I guess we'll get to that when we get to that. We'll kind of. So we have.
Yeah, there's a thing about battles here.
Oh, affinity. So each of the cats have their own element. So there's definitely a lot more detail there. What do we have in Mist? We have level beads. Party lineup.
Beads. Yeah, it's one of the mechanics here. We'll get to that when we got one level bead.
Sure. Keychain, preferences, cursor memory, battles. Oh, so there are battles. Screen size. I have it ×4 since it's a pop-out window. Color window. Oh, you can change the color. I don't want to save and quit yet. I'm gonna keep playing. So all this so far just in the demo. So you get a nice little introduction. You get to test out the abilities. Why don't we exit the stop? I kind of want to go up the stairs. I wonder if that's allowed. That's where.
Give it a try.
Why am I going upstairs? Oh, because Wang was sleeping, so that's why he came down the stairs. So it is, like he said, it's an inn. And there we go. Can we talk to this friend?
A big brews that in. Yeah.
Magic brews. Can we have a bottle, please? Pretty please. Very polite. Someone's too excited about drinks. So we have 3 options here. This seems to be a store. Magic brews for sale. We'll save some cash. What happened to you?
Small talk.
Yeah. I mean, my room. Before I get wasted, I mean, sleep in my room. Yeah. Your whole stock. No free samples.
No free.
Oh, this is all.
Yeah, no free samples.
No free samples. Except for the demo of the game. So we're gonna take a look at this. We're gonna help this poor fella out. Oh, so we got some heal tea. Oh, okay, so they restore. So we definitely want to get some of these.
You can buy the whole stock if you want.
Well, I bought the whole
Cheap.
stock of... Yeah, it is cheap. You know, don't want to go cheap when it comes to health, so why don't we... we're a lifesaver. We're a Robin Hood, a thief for good. Head to the counter to pay my tab.
Take a look inside what he did here.
Okay, we'll go take a look and see.
There he is.
Looks like he's wasted. And kept his promise all in the same day. Committed the room he rented for tonight. He'd be surprised with the bill. Oh no. I'm loving the simplistic art style, but I definitely, like I said, the Dragon Quest, I can see that. Ooh, we've got a chest up here. Obtained antidote. We're just finding
It's kind of a challenge to keep the color palette to, well, just enough like it's from a NES game, but
yeah,
you can see we took it a little extra.
So this road is blocked by something. Looks like we could go. We might be able to go this way, but I want to talk and explore with some people and show the game. A monk's meditating, but his last. Oh, he's got popped a bubble. We're a mischievous thief cat. Let's test our curiosity. And then right back to sleep. All right, we're mischievous, but we're not terrible people. Terrible cats. Too heavy to lift. Oh, so we could probably, let's hit tab. Party lineup, what about? Yeah. Alright. So we're already figuring some mechanics of the game out. Oh, maybe not.
It's not there yet, but get there.
Okay, so it is to be added. There is a purpose for the party lineup.
They're pretty much we're gonna try to incorporate some abilities here, but we didn't have much time to incorporate everything.
Right. This is the demo, so the gamers in us know what is to come, but first we need to support the project before we can do all that. What do we have here? It looks like another healer. Healer Ren. Lee's brother, or Lee's.
It's like kind of like calling one the nuns calling each other sister, and Lee's pretty much their big brother.
Yeah, that's awesome. Healing power comes with the costume, huh?
Yeah, he's actually wearing that so he can get his healing powers like that.
That's awesome.
I mean, he used to be a herbalist, but he bungled up his shop and, well, got kicked out of apprenticeship, so he's kind of desperate to be a healer. He joined up the healing cult, except, well, he kind of regrets it.
Absolutely. And now we're getting to introduce Ren officially here. We get healing for free if Lee is unable to heal us. Do we have a bag of fish? Sunbeam fish that Long keeps talking about.
Likes a fish, so in this part you can actually get into fish. Getting a fishing mini game here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the weird stripy fish that Innkeeper, they've been everywhere. Fish in this spot? Yeah. Reel in by mashing down. Alright, chat, you better be ready for this because my mic will pick it up.
Okay.
Oh, so we got the...
Yeah, you gotta mash it down.
The fish escaped. Oh no. I I didn't want to blast everyone's ear, but I guess we gotta... It's a little challenging here. But you can tell the fish is on the line by the dark spot that hits the sunbeam.
You got it.
Awesome. So
It's actually really tough when I tried it.
Yeah. What is it? Item restores 300 HP.
Yeah, you're gonna need it at times when it comes to that.
Because obviously health, stamina, and energy are going to increase once your level goes up. Armor, cultist garb. Oh, we still are looking at Lee here. Warrior, a little bit of tank as well. For that 250 health comparative. Each of the characters definitely built out to their role. Oh, let's go to the menu. Alright, so we've explored this portion of the map. I don't remember where they said the place was, but we're going to follow the road because there's a sign. What's it say?
Yeah.
Sign contents for literates only. Some more inter-party chemistry details.
One can't read.
Yeah. Have some combat practice for a while, so we get to do that. Awesome. We've got our first battle. So we're on our adventure and we're battling. A lone fuzzy. What will he do? So...
You can try attacking it first.
Oh, what will you do? And then... Slice it viciously. And we got some... Fuzzy guarded your move and took only 1 damage. Okay, so we're learning about the mechanics of the game. Every foe we encounter will put its guard up at the start of battle. If we don't break foe guards before attacking, then it won't take as much to scratch from attack. Kick sand to break it. Ouch.
I would just 5 damage, no worries. Okay, you can use kick sand, or you can use smooch if you want. Okay, when the star flashes, it's probably effective for breaking its guard.
Okay, so it's flashing, it's probably effective. But the star, if it's filled in, does that mean it's 100% effective?
Oh, it's filled in, it's actually no, it's not effective.
Oh, it's not effective, okay.
So, yeah.
Wide, silly smile towards you. Gross!
Doesn't happen. Yeah.
There's
It's
more
a
than
really
one way to
dusty
break a fuzzy. Oh no. Okay, now we get to be the warrior. Quickly stabs.
Okay, so... 3.
So, Wang delivered the final blow, so we get the battle scene here. So does the whole party gain experience then? Does the whole party gain experience from that battle?
It's different system than just a standard XP reward system. That's when the rebel beat comes in. We'll see.
Okay. So the experience system is kind of in development.
Experiences it works differently here.
Gotcha. Oh, we got another fuzzy.
Okay, you can try running away from it, and it eventually stops following you.
So they have like a target range.
Yeah.
So we can only choose one target with our kickstand. And it looks like our special energy recharges every battle.
Yeah. They're pretty much the special the stamina points. It pretty much recharges. But the energy points and the hit points, those don't. Just the stamina.
Just stamina, got it. Broke the guard. We have. Oh.
Okay, so yeah, there's an indication of whether it's not it's doubled or it's halved. Yeah.
Or nulled.
Nulled is they're immune to that.
Right. So they must be earth beings, so they take less damage from that. And all of our spells seem to cost the same, so Why not go with the doubled one? Maybe a little bit overkill there.
Casimir, he looks weak, but he's overkill. He's a glass cannon of the party.
Ah, I didn't even know my own strength. Oh, you got another sign here. Get rid of every pesky enemy and come back with love. Yes.
System about if you defeat every single enemy in the map and she appears.
Big boss. Tremble, worms, for your doom is at hand. Thought a little detour around a broken bridge was safe. Your worldly possessions I spare your... I've never seen a mouse bandit before. We're robbing you. So adorable, little mice. We're bandits, we ain't adorable. And loot your bags. Looks like the big boss is ignored altogether from that tirade. So we got another battle here.
Okay, these guys are tough actually. Careful.
Oh. The mom's charm protected Casimir from metal damage. Oh. These guys are tougher than they look, huh? Call them adorable, now they're gonna kill us.
Okay, so here's a feature that it's pretty much what you're gonna use in most of the time here.
Okay.
So there's a option called sync here. So that, you'll see.
Okay, so sync is an option.
Okay, sync. So you try to sync with Casimir here, and it allows you to use his moves against them. So what you need to do is like use sync to quickly dispatch all of the enemies here until they become trouble. Just a sec.
Oh no, we didn't break the guard.
Alright.
So I'll try it again.
Yeah, but you gotta be careful with the energy points that you put into them because it's gonna get depleted really quickly.
Yeah.
Before you realize it.
Where don't we have does only you have the items for healing and stuff?
Actually, Lee has the item. Oh yeah, when it comes to the items, I think you has all of the items there. You can still sing and use Lee. You can sync with Lee to use any healing for that. Yeah, yeah, you can use Lee's skill to actually heal. Okay, heal is healing the hit points, but cure is for any afflictions.
Okay, that makes sense. Lee is confused.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's gonna
Okay, you gotta be careful with this.
I don't think it's gonna heal enough. So it looks like we'll probably have to use our Sunbeam to make sure you stays alive. No, we didn't take that much damage, so I guess we can do a heal T.
Yeah, just use a heal Q.
Because the metal thing only did 80, so... Okay.
It's a tiny portion of the health back, but it works. Okay, Roar is actually just to power up his melee attacks.
Okay.
When push comes to shove.
Let's try and bash on the big boss.
Yeah, you can do it.
That didn't break the shield though. The guard.
Mhm.
We'll try metal one more time. Oh, we have to get rid of the stars to break their guard, correct?
Yeah. So it's best to deal with those stars quickly before they become trouble.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm.
So we broke all the guards. Sheer determination makes her immune to confusion. Missed the attack. And they attacked our tank, so that's not a big deal. And now we've broken
Yeah, it's not
their
a big
shield,
deal.
so we can use metal to take care of them. Maybe.
It's not much damage, but if you want to use it effectively, it's probably best that you get Casimir to
That's it.
get rid of these two mice first.
Sure. So if I sink,
Okay.
it's using use stats to attack still, correct?
Yeah,
Okay.
using it scales with her stats rather than Casimir's.
Uh-oh.
Hmm.
Alright,
Okay, you gotta
so-
be careful.
Yep, our tank is... Okay. So we don't want to sink. Oh, 1 HP there, so that'll be easy.
Yeah, you can just attack that one bandit here. Oh no, the one. ah.
Alright, let's hope that Casimir has enough power to take care of this.
Okay.
Ooh. We got 2 of them, I don't think we got the 3rd yet. Oh, we did! Yeah,
You
because he had
got
19.
you got all of them. Nice.
Look at I, the Great Yao, terror of the Covet Cliffs. Hey look, he's lamenting. Bringer of ruin! Now's our chance. Grab whatever we got and let's ditch him. Oh no. Defeated! No! Well, they were defeated. So it's yes for us. Uh-oh. Wait for me! Flee, mice. Alright, so now we gotta use some items. Use heal T, use on you. Oh, I could also use Lee's abilities, right?
Yeah, you can still use Lee's abilities, although you could just go back to Ren and
Uh-huh,
get
that's
healed.
That's true. Then I don't have to use stuff. So I accidentally wasted a heal T. But the question is then, do monsters respawn? We will find out.
So, yeah, they actually respawn. Or you can actually just sprint by pressing X.
Z, I believe.
Yeah.
Where'd
That's much
Ren go?
better.
There's Ren.
Hmm.
That's so much
That's
better. That's awesome. Alright. Now we remember that we can sprint. Oh, here's our drunk friend. Oh no, it's just a different merchant. Must be my lucky day having a heavy load of that loser screeching in my ear just for the bridge to be broken. Oh, okay. So we had to go here anyway. I tried to take an adventure, but it ended up being the only way we could go anyway. Ooh, there's something down here. Nope, that's a monster. Go away. Oh, didn't mean to do that.
Yeah, they gotcha, but that's no problem.
Run.
Yeah, you can just run and they'll freeze for a couple of seconds and, well, until they realize that you just ran away.
Covet Cliffs Land Fish Farm. Get your local flippity floppity goodness right here. Yep. No landfish. Uh-oh, landfish. No landfish.
You can try talking to her.
Farmer. Little farmer. Oh there, kids. Glad y'all are safe. They bite. You see a couple mice talking about the bandits we just defeated? Varmints went ornery and all of a sudden broke out.
Yeah, you can actually just fight them and they'll come flopping back into their cage. Yeah, into the corral actually.
So now we're exploring the farms, but this is oh, we gotta find the temple. Tourism Information Center. Oh. Is this not a door?
Yeah, you gotta be careful of that guy.
Which guy? The land shark?
Yeah, that landfish.
Landfish.
Here's the town. We're detailing here. Just enjoy the scenery then.
Can it be used outside of battle? Oh darn.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of in progress, I think, here.
No. You said it was a good place for what?
Yeah? Excuse me?
You said it was a good place for what now?
Just, well, we put in a lot of details this one.
Oh, okay. Awesome. Trying to X on everything to see what everything is. Oh.
Just some items are non-interactable here, so.
Yeah. We can run in the temple, and we can also go down here, someone's room.
You could try interact with some people there. There are some interesting dialogues going on.
Alrighty. Yeah. Picking up everything the tourists drop off for a year, we'll be getting a mansion. We'll be getting a mansion with our wish. Now the little problem in the temple blows over, we'll be ready with all the tribute we've collected.
Yeah, you can just go to the temple right away if you want. Yeah. Or
I'll save the interaction for those curious adventurers who want to explore the game more. We'll go to the temple, find out what the problem is, and then we'll leave the solution up to hopefully potential future game players. She is a little heavy to carry around. Uh-oh. Her majestic form. The library. Okay, so we want to go to the temple. There's a chest here. Oh, this is probably the tribute box. Donation box for the temple. The spelling isn't good, though. Oh, I see. My one is mine. I'm not falling for this scam. Sure, look like you handle yourselves. The highest priestess could use your help. Alright, time to go find out what's going on. Oh. Apologies for barging in like this, but you're a kid. I think we could do away with formalities while we're in the middle of a crisis. Uh-oh. I am Yu Yan, High Priestess of the Temple. We are in need of outside help, and you appear decently equipped for the job. Will you aid us? First things first, what's going on in here? On there. In there.
going in there.
That's what we gotta do. Think about it later. We'll probably need to get ready. Let's find out what's going on. Oh, pardon me. Didn't have my coffee this morning, I guess. It's a long story that we do not have time for. The wishing well inside has become the source of a terrible curse upon the temple. One of our sisters is misusing the power. Its distorted power has transformed the people of this town into young kittens. Elderly as I am, even I have been afflicted. Many of the kids we encountered were acting unusually mature. Your experience with children.
Find out.
I'm the third eldest of 26. That's a lot. A lot of my siblings came back.
You know, cat.
Yeah. That's wow. Let's go to the chase. Temple has been cursed. We managed to seal it off, but not before some of its dark influences seeped out. One of our sisters has gone rogue and sealed herself inside. We do not know what she is up to, but we fear the worst. Things may become clearer once you're inside, but your priority is to put an end to the source of the curse, the well. You must find the well At the deepest part of the inner sanctum, there you must snuff out whatever dark power that taking control over it. As for our rogue sister, she has erected a barrier around herself and the well. You will have to weaken the powers in order to dispel it with a banned seal. We once stored in the furthest reaches of our temple, but the priestesses couldn't recover in time before they had to seal the temple. Don't worry about your reward. The temple hoards great prosperity. You will be properly compensated if you do manage to come out alive, that is. Fair enough. Take this key and show us what you've got. Obtain the temple key. Should you become hurt, return to us, and we shall mend your wounds. Good luck. That's the stuff.
Yeah, there's also a healer here, and yeah,
Yeah.
you can enjoy the view here.
Awesome.
Oh, there-
Oh, go ahead, sorry.
you can actually have different talks here. Like if you open up the menu and press the talk, yeah.
They must have kept liked the high priestess very much with how opulent the temple looks. Can you blame them? If she looks as good as those statues, I very much like her too. So are there more? What are you doing, Wayne? That's disgusting. Oh, he's cleaning himself probably. Looks like Casimir's playing with his little pet Fuzzy again. It's kind of cute. Lee is sulking as usual, so you got one for each of them. So there's one for each character, pretty much.
One for each character.
That's awesome.
Except for you, of course.
Awesome. Well, I think now is a good time. I think we've displayed some great stuff with your game. We're gonna. Oops, didn't mean to quit the whole thing. I'll bring that.
Oh.
Bring the
Yeah.
menu.
Just quit the game. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, thanks for your time, Bono. We've got time for some guest questions if any of our audience has any questions. And I had a couple that I'll have to probably rethink about, but we talked about where to support you last. Now that the Kickstarter has run its course, this Kickstarter has run its course, and if you want to stay up to date, you can follow Sunset Blade Game on Twitter. Again, we've retweeted them, we've included them in our tweet for today. So definitely be sure to go check that out. Did you have anything else you wanted to share about the game outside of gameplay, like any backstories behind it, any funny moments during development?
Actually, well, during the Kickstarter campaign, I kind of make some comics detailing about its game mechanics here. I'm trying to make it so it's like an old school comic book style, manual here. And it's like, let me just show you one here. All right. I could link it to the Discord here.
Yeah.
All right, over here.
So
this is part one. Yeah, this is one of the comics here.
Let me see if I can.
So we regularly update some of the content and share some new things in our Twitter. And it's usually run by me because I contributed a lot for the creative side of things in Sunset Blade. And yeah, about concept art. If there's any concept art that I want to share, I just posted it on our Twitter here. The latest one is like this one, which is actually kind of in development. Here's an alternative costume to what she'll be wearing in the full game, because I kind of think that her costume, whatever she's wearing now is a bit too simple, so might as well spice it up a little.
Absolutely. No, that looks great, and I'm definitely excited for your project. So, I didn't see any questions for the audience. They must have thought that the game, made a lot of sense. So I also found it pretty easy to play through. So definitely go check out that demo. The link to their demo will be on our website. So you can find that demo and play it for yourself if you want to try playing through the game and maybe seeing how far you can make it in that quest, as much as they have built out of that. And again, follow them on Twitter. Be sure to tune in next time for our episode this Wednesday. We've got Next Level Improv coming back out to give us an update on how their projects are going and what they're doing, and talk a little bit more about the back end of their game development, what it took them. So, Vano, what kind of, speaking of back on game development, what kind of issues do you think were kind of common, or what is something that you had to overcome in order to, besides the time difference, what is something you had to overcome within game development to be able to even create this project?
It's mostly miscommunication at times because, well, if I'm trying to coordinate with my partners here, and sometimes we didn't understand what we're trying to do, and sometimes that, well, either me or him is like they're getting ahead of themselves, and we're trying to make a compromise out of it. We had some disagreements of how the game should be and what kind of direction it should have, and the part that we're trying to find a way to compromise for those ideas is the toughest part, because yeah, some of it might be bad, and some of it might sound good on each other's ends, and trying to make them work and make it in the video in the game is, yeah, you kind of get what I'm going here.
Yeah, absolutely. Communication is definitely important, and so I'm glad you and your team member are figuring that out. I definitely hope the best for your project, and I wanted to thank you for your time. Thank our audience for joining us. Is there anything else you'd like to say to our audience before we sign out?
Actually, yeah, if you try out our demo here, and just remember one thing, just explore around and talk to people in this game. You'll find out there's a lot more things you can find in, well, just one playthrough. You can play it around and pick some of the some of the endings that you want, and of course try to save some, like at least 300 when. So if you found this one secret in the game, yeah, you'll actually know there's a bit of an Easter egg, even though it's kind of a little obscure.
Absolutely. So we've got an Easter egg and some pro gamer strats from Vano, one of the creators of Sunset Blade. Again, be sure to check out the credits within the game. They've included that, and just be sure to check out their demo and give it a try yourself, and stay tuned for updates. One thing that was really cool is, the exploration. That's something we've really been focusing on as an organization, is the ability to explore within video games. So I'm really glad to hear that's a key component of your game. You've clearly got the story aspect of it, but even as a developer, you're talking about the exploration within the game, and how people can kind of create their own adventure, right? There's obviously a story you have written into it, but everyone can still kind of experience it in their own way, right?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, thanks again, Vano, for your time. We'll definitely be in touch in the future to check out for updates from Sunset Blade, and maybe one day when we get their project funded, we can invite them over for one of our conventions. But that has yet to be seen, and we'll try and support them and make it happen. So thanks to our audience for supporting us all, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you, man.
Absolutely.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely.